Whew, okay, let's talk about 2K and why I stopped uploading NBA 2K videos. Now, if you were to tell me 3 months ago, or even just 2 months ago, like today's the 2-month anniversary for Next Gen 21 coming out. If you were to tell me that I will be making this video today, back then, I would not believe myself, or you wouldn't believe me. I don't know. You know what I mean, right? Like, I was not expecting this, and I'm sure nobody else was, to turn out the way it is now. Also, I'm sorry for my voice. I'm a little bit sick. Let's not talk about that. Okay, so I'm going to be 100% honest in this video. Something I know a lot of people are scared to do, which I don't blame them. Like, I've seen people getting their logos taken away. I know Aiden, Ticino, stuff like that, literally just for speaking out. So I can't really blame people for not doing that, but I just can't hold back anymore. I can't. And also, I care about you guys more than anything. I honestly feel like I kind of owe it to you, especially because I haven't really been uploading on this channel. You guys have shown me so much support in the past year. Like, thank you guys so much for that. So I think I owe it to you guys to just be completely honest, not really hold back too much. My goal isn't to upset people with this video, like especially anybody at 2K, and it's not even to do the opposite of that, like, I don't know, make people happy or something. Like, I'm not asking you guys to like the video. I just really want you to hear me out, watch the whole video, because after this, everything will start to make a lot more sense. Also, I have a big announcement at the end. But anyway, I've barely been uploading. Like, I took a 3-week break. I came back with a 20 video. You guys really seem to enjoy that. Now, it's not like I didn't upload any videos for 3 weeks. I was uploading on the new channel, Peter with the Heater. You know, I wouldn't leave you guys with no content for 3 weeks, like, unless something really bad happened. So I was still uploading, but in terms of any 2K videos, none for 3 weeks. And in terms of Next Gen, I have not even touched that game in over a month, maybe even a month and a half now. And to be honest, it makes absolutely no sense for me to do that, especially in December. I don't know how familiar you guys are with YouTube, but in like December, you get like better ads, you make more money off videos, I guess. And especially this year, because of, you know, the Roni, people were making like terrible money compared to where it was before, like the whole year. So in theory, it makes no sense for me to upload 2 videos in December, but that's when you know 2K is at that point and 2K is that down bad. I also don't care about money that much, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna just post bad videos because, oh, December CPM. But I've never not played 2K for that long, and like, I don't know how long I've been doing YouTube, like 5 years since 2K16. Over a month for at least playing the game, like that's unheard of. And I even took like a 4 or 5 day break from literally everything. I didn't work on any videos on any channel, not on social media, and I've never done that. That was around Christmas. I needed to do that. Let me tell you why. See, 2K messed up this year big time. I've never seen something this bad out of them. First of all, it starts with the promotion of the game. Like, promotion is important for every game. Honestly, anything in the entertainment industry, right? I feel like everybody knows that's obvious, but for whatever reason, 2K decided that this year they are not going to promote the game. And not only the game that they are, oh, this new city, we worked so hard, which they did, right? But it's like, you would think that they would want to promote this game more than any other game because it's the one with this massive difference, like something that they want to market. Like, they marketed 2K18 so much because it was the new neighborhood. Oh, and look how that turned out. But not only that, like, this probably was the worst possible game for them to not promote because it's the same name as current gen. Any casual person has no reason to believe that Next Gen 2K21 is any different from current gen because it's the same name. And not only did they decide to make it the same name, like I know Madden in the past, they did like Madden 25 or whatever way back then instead of Madden 14, but current gen was not good either. So why would someone buy this if they think it's current gen or just anywhere close? Especially because they had to make 2 games this year, right? Current gen should be the worst game. And you guys are gonna see how much this really hurt the game, the community, the overall interest. Let me show you something. This is Google Trends. I don't know if you've heard of it. To sum it all up, you can basically see now is like the lowest point for NBA 2K, just that term. You can see a bunch of spikes where there's launchers. There's one in April of last year because that's when like everybody got out of school, but there's no spike for next gen because they didn't promote it. No one even knew it was coming out, and that ended up being even worse than they could have thought because the way people found out about the game, it wasn't from 2K, it was from other people, you know, just word of mouth, just saying it was terrible. Just like, oh yeah, this game is terrible. Like, you heard about 2K21 next gen, like it's a disaster, right? This was literally the worst launch in any 2K in any history. Completely unfinished game. It was just not working. Actually unplayable. Don't forget to mention everybody was playing at like 2 frames a second because of the chop, and then the way to level up was wrecked. I could go on and on about this terrible launch. It's done and over with now. They did fix some of it, but it took them way too long for it to get better, for them to fix it. At the time, I was recording videos that were like 3 or 4 games, and it took like 3.5 hours. Now, like a park game is like 5-10 minutes, right? And then you have other stuff in between. Usually takes like, I don't know, an hour max. But because I had to literally play, and there was a 75% chance I just couldn't use that game because it was just way too choppy and no one would want to watch it. Oh, scrap this game. 3.5, 4 hours. Like, why am I doing this? But also, it was getting worse and worse every day. Not just the actual chop, but irreversible damage it was doing to just the game and the reputation itself. Every day that passed that they didn't fix it, which was way too many, that's a ton of people who just automatically wrote off the game. So I'm not gonna lie, I went into next gen being like, this is probably gonna be my last 2K. I called it the last dance. First of all, I knew I wanted to make other content. I knew I could. And second of all, I tried so hard in 2K20. You guys have no idea. That game was so bad. We had the same park. There was no content. I made it work. I tried so hard to make it work. And those are some of the best, most fun videos I've ever made. But even with that, I still made another channel like halfway through that year because I knew you guys wanted other content. You guys didn't just want 2K. But also this light at the end of the tunnel for 2K was starting to go away because I was like, okay, I'm gonna make the best out of this game. I'm gonna still do what I can. But there's this part of me, you know, in the back of my head or something that was like, oh, will they ever actually make that, like, that gem? And then now this game, it's like, that was supposed to be the game, and now I'm like, oh, that might never actually happen. This might be it. The gameplay is boring, repetitive. The rewards are literally all the same, recycled. Like, why? Like, what are you even playing for at that point? There's like actually no dribble moves. That's one thing. I don't know. We just went into this year like, oh, you know, next gen, new console, this whole Mamba edition, this and that. It's all expecting so much, and it's like, it's borderline just disrespectful to Kobe, I swear. Yeah, I've heard of all these like absurd glitches and stuff that they're not fixed still, or like other issues coming up. I'm not surprised at all. But not only have I not played the game in over a month, like I am very out of touch. I'm being 100% honest. Like I do not know what's going on because I'm gonna just keep burning out, and I'll talk more about that. But like at that point, like there's no more ranting if there's just nothing to say. Like I just am starting to care less and less. So in terms of taking the break, I just had to take some time to just not think about 2K at all and figure out where to go in terms of the content, you know? Like the game was that bad, and it is still. I don't know, I just don't get that excitement anymore that I used to get. I thought it was just the age thing just for gaming, but I think it's just for 2K just because of what they've done the past few years. So like last year I only played when I recorded, and this year it's even worse because I'm not even recording. When I'm playing, like all these pain memes and all this stuff of me saying I hate the game when I'm recording, like I swear, like that's real. Like that's genuinely how I feel sometimes when I'm playing the game, at least this game. It's just so frustrating because like all of 20 I was like, there's just light at the end of the tunnel. All this is worth it. Basically tread water until we get this game, which is supposed to be next gen. Like I said, that whole like make the most out of this year stuff like that, like I can't upload this game daily. Like there's so much more content to make out there. Like I said in the last video, just like I'm gonna upload more, but it just can't all be on this channel. It can't all be 2K videos. But it's just like when you keep telling them for years and years, not even just me, just everybody, you keep telling them stuff for years and they just don't listen, like at some point you're just gonna not care as much because you realize that you actually have no control and no input, no say into what they actually do. They're either just not listening to anybody at all, they're just listening to the wrong content creators, or they're just listening to celebrities or stuff like, you know what I mean? Like they don't listen to not only the community in general, but to like content creators. They don't. And naturally just at that point you don't care as much. So after years of doing this, especially recently, like this is the year it finally caught up to them. Like I know all their sales are down and stuff like that. They just disappointed too many people recently, and that combined with the fact that it's, you know, not just, oh, we'll just buy 2K this year, it's $60. Like, oh, you have to get the console too, which is, you know, not only expensive, but there's a limited supply. Like the all-around interest for 2K is just at an all-time low, and I've honestly just started to lose faith. That light at the end of the tunnel might not be there anymore. Like I said, I can't just keep going back and caring too much and having expectations and all of this. It's just like, how does this make sense for me to still do 100% of the time? Like I put so much energy into 2K. There's not really any upside anymore. Like I tried too hard. There's times where like I'll spend 2 hours just getting a better screenshot from my player for a thumbnail and like getting the perfect lighting and going back on other games and going in like EU servers so the sun hits or whatever, just because I want to make the thumbnail look a little bit better. I started feeling this at the end of 20 because, you know, the ceiling for a video kept getting lower. I wanted to do a video getting a green on every single build in 2K20. It was gonna be like 50 plus builds, like every build I'd ever played on or made or anything. But I just didn't do the video because it just wasn't worth it. And more things are becoming not worth it, and now that's putting all of my energy into specifically 2K videos, and especially 2K21 next gen videos. All 2K really cares about is money. I think this is the first year they're actually gonna lose a lot because they didn't sell really well. So they never cared about all the terrible decisions they were making, like current gen 20, even 19 had flaws, 18 definitely. Like they didn't care about that until this year, which they finally saw like a decline, I guess. I mean, I still mess with a lot of people at 2K, like LD, Mitchell. This has nothing to really do with them. It's just the way 2K does things. Anyway, I'm back to uploading now on this channel. I'm not taking a 3-week break, even on this channel. I'm gonna experiment a little bit. I'm gonna dance around with different 2K concepts. Let me know what you wanna see on this channel. But also, I do have a big announcement. I'm launching a new channel. Yes, it's called PMC. You can see it on the screen right now. It's gonna be at the top of the description and the comments. I need everybody watching to go subscribe and turn on notifications for it. So we're going to have 3 channels. I briefly mentioned it in a video that ended up having to get taken down a while ago. So it has like 1,000 subs, but the goal is 10,000. That's why I'm saying everybody watching literally should go sub. I'm gonna be posting a bunch of big IRL videos there, stuff that definitely doesn't make sense to post here, but also even just on Peter with the heater. First video is gonna be my car reveal, which I've been waiting way too long to do. It's gonna be out in a couple weeks. I'm actually about to get surgery, so I have to wait a bit. But yeah, it's a huge step for me. I know you guys really want other content. Like I said, we're back to uploading here, not daily, but everything's gonna be on 3 different channels now, doing a bunch of different stuff, not all 2K. But yeah, you guys are gonna be like the first people subscribed to that channel. So like I said, the goal is 10,000 subs. It's gonna be, I guess we have a triple Noti gang now. I honestly can't wait to get started there. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see what I've been posting on the Peter with the Heater channel, I tried to get Davies a girlfriend on Omegle. Honestly, a hilarious video. Make sure you guys go check it out. It's on the screen right now, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.